What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Now, since the beginning of the year, as usual, I've been collecting games, finding them on the cheap, picking them up. I'm very happy about that. Today I've got about 11 titles here that I'm going to go over. And some of these games, as usual, I have either maybe played them before, either on different systems or just a long time ago. Some of them I've never even heard of, and others I've seen, but I just never really did anything with them. But we'll get on with that. One of them I'm very happy about, and we'll talk about that later. I hope you guys are having a great start to a new year. I am. It's pretty good. Work is picking up again, so we're kind of frantic, so the videos are not happening as quick as I'd like, but that's life. You know, work takes precedence sometimes, and when I have time, like right now, I make a video. It's pretty overcast. It's been raining a bit today, so it's a perfect day to stay inside. Hence why I'm wearing the jacket inside. We had to turn down the thermostat because the electric bill was starting to climb, and you know, the money we can save by turning the thermostat down, I can buy coats and blankets. So that's the way I look at it. But yeah, it's a perfect opportunity for us to sit here and talk about some games that I've purchased and go over them. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have had a chance to play some of these games. Some of them may be your favorites, some of them may not be your favorites. You be the judge at the end. Go ahead and leave a comment if you like. But as always, hope you enjoy the video. So I'm going to start with what I think is the oldest games, and we'll work to the newest games. And the first one I'm pretty sure is going to be Tron Deadly Disc for the Intellivision. Now, I have this game on the Atari 2600 and I really like it, but this one I don't have for the Intellivision. And not only that, but it has the manual and it has the two of the keypad inlays. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's complete in box. Box is a little rough up, but it's all good. As you may know, if you've played it, the Atari version is much better. It's much more clean, more fun. This version is pretty rough to play. So you're Tron or whoever, I don't know if it's supposed to be Tron or not, but you're taking out the enemies and you got to throw your disc at them. Well, a lot of times it's frustrating because your disc will pass right through them and you know for a fact you hit them, but it doesn't do any damage. They always damage you. They'll never miss you. Of course, that's how computer games work. A cool thing though is that your disc will always follow you. So you can throw the disc, not at an enemy, but then you can move so you put an enemy between yourself and your disc, and the disc will hit the enemy, which I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, it's not a really good version of this game. If you really want to play this game, play it on the Atari 2600. I think you'll enjoy it much more. All right, so next up we have Cobra Triangle for the NES. Now, I never actually heard of this game until I found it, and I really like it. You're like this not a jet ski, you're like a boat, like a speedboat, but you're armed. And you go through all these levels, and some of them are races, and some of them are like these bomb defusing levels where there's these bombs in the middle of this pack, and you gotta pick them up and take them to another pack, and it'll defuse. But I preferred those levels much more. The race ones were okay, but they're pretty cut and dry. You race and you shoot and you disable the guys and blah blah blah. We all know how races work. But the bomb defusing was really fun. As soon as you pick up a bomb, an enemy boat starts coming after you, and they are aggressive and they're trying to grab the bomb and take it back. And it's a really fun game of cat and mouse. The graphics are actually really good for most NES games and for its time. I forgot exactly what year this came out, maybe 85, 87, but it's actually a really cool game. I was thoroughly impressed on how it played. So I've never heard of this game before. I will probably beat this game, but yeah, I enjoyed Cobra Triangle immensely. Staying with the NES is Dig Dug 2, the sequel to Dig Dug. Now, I loved Dig Dug. Dig Dug was a very fun game. This game, not so much. While it is a tougher difficulty, the difficulty does spike. After a little bit, that's null and void because you've kind of figured out how the enemies move, and you pretty much will always be ahead of them and never really die from them. It doesn't do anything special to distance itself from the sequel. In fact, you could play Dig Dug and immediately play this game, and you think you're in the same game. It's kind of just, it seemed like it was a quick little push it out and get a cash grab. And it may have been, I don't know. But if you want to play it just for nostalgia's sake, play it. It's if you like Dig Dug, you're going to like the sequel. It's the same thing. I know I'm kind of poo-pooing on it, but it's just a very basic game. And if you really want a Dig Dug experience, just play Dig Dug. I think you'll enjoy it much better. All right, now next up is a game that, although this was my favorite pick of the last month and a half, I'm excited I got it. And that's Side Pocket for the Sega Genesis. Now, let me tell you something right now. I used to play the living crap out of this thing with my buddy Pete. We would play this game and his brother Robbie. We'd play it all the time, and we got so good at this game. We could play Side Pocket digital virtual pool all day long and just look like total sharks. And then one day we were at the bowling alley, and we had the opportunity to play an actual game of pool, and we found out really quickly that being good on this game does not translate to real life, and we sucked. And it was very frustrating. We were better at bowling than we were pool. But that said, this is actually a really fun pool game. I don't know if you guys enjoy pool games. I do, to an extent. I like this game a lot. Well, I liked it more back then. I played it now, and it's the kind of old man thing where I'm like, why did I like it that much? I still enjoyed it, but I didn't like it as much. The angles are not correct, so it'll kind of give you angles and it'll give you markers, but that's not where your ball goes, so you have to take that into account. But at the same time, it's also a benefit because you'll hit a ball and think, crap, I just really screwed that pooch. And all of a sudden it'll go in a pocket or it'll hit somewhere you didn't expect, and hey, much better. Yeah, so if you guys enjoy playing virtual pool, man, try Side Pocket. It's a pretty fun game. I know it came out in different systems, but I think I only played it on the Super Nintendo, so I'm excited to have this version. And also, while I'm here, I just want to shout out to Sega for having the foresight to make hard plastic cases that don't degrade and fall apart as easily as the other ones. I've got one Super Nintendo game left that with this paper box, and that is the Seventh Saga. And that box is so delicate, I don't take it out anymore. I just keep it on the shelf because it's just falling apart. But yeah, kudos to Sega for that. Now, next up, when Sega stopped using the hard-bodied boxes and went to paper, this is a 32X game. This is a game I did not play back in the day. I saw it, but I was not interested in golf. And this is Golf Magazine presents 36 Great Holes with Fred Couples. That is the entire title of the game. No joke. Now, I didn't really play golf back in the day. Like I said, I didn't play this game, but I did at one point get in trouble in our computer lab for looking up Fred Couples, because apparently the administrator had put the word couples as a bad term for high school kids, and we tried to look up Fred Couples and we got tagged, and it was pretty funny. But we had to work it out with the lab tech guy and tell him we're not trying to be perverts, we're just looking up an actual dude. So all that aside, I do like golfing now, and I do like golf games. I like a lot of the Tiger Woods games. This game is fun. This is not a great golf game, but it's a fun game. You'll find yourself where you'll see the lies, and sorry, not lies as in someone's telling you a fib, but the way the ground is, and you'll hit the ball and it'll go the opposite direction and all this other stuff, and you'll think, man, I'm hitting it harder than I did before, but you'll get less yardage. So this is a super enjoyable game if you like golf, but do not pay heed to the scoreboard, because you're going to be upset and think, man, this sucks. And it does suck, but oh well. Those are video games. Sometimes they're not fair, but it is a good looking game, that's for sure. All right, next up we have Air Combat on the PlayStation 1. Now, I bought this game before, probably last year, and I was going to do a video on it, but I couldn't find the freaking game, and I don't know what happened to it. So I found it pretty cheap in the wild last month, and I bought another copy, and this actually copy was in much better condition than the one I bought a year ago. So at some point when I have to convert this room to a room for one of my kids, or a guest room, and I've lost all the magic of having my own game room, I'll probably find this behind something or stuffed in a crack somewhere, and I'll have two copies. But either way, I did not. This is the first. Title in the Ace Combat series. It was called Air Combat, and then subsequently they changed it to Ace Combat. And that's where I started playing them, was Ace Combat 4, I believe, on the PlayStation 2, and I've loved them ever since. I absolutely love. I'm pretty sure I own every single Ace Combat game that's been released. For when it was released, for the system was on the PlayStation 1, this game looks beautiful. It looks great, it plays great. My only downside, as usual, is the AI. Sometimes you can get caught in these crazy circle battles with the AI where you're chasing it, it's just chasing you, and neither one of you can stop. And it causes your radar to flip out, and you'll stop and try to get correct, and they'll correct too, and sometimes it gets very frustrating. But as a whole, very fun game. If you like flight combat simulator games like I do, this is a great place to start. Sounds great, looks great, plays great. That's probably the best recommendation I can give for it. Alright, so here's the one that I'm very, very excited about. This is Final Fantasy Tactics, The War of the Lions for PSP. Now, I own this game already, but unlike Air Combat, I didn't lose it. This is actually the, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can get up there. See the back maybe. This is the Japanese release, and I'm very excited about owning this because I have the US release, and this is complete. It's got the manual, it's got a map and everything. The only difference is everything's in Japanese. With this, I now have every copy of, not every copy, I don't own every freaking copy, I have every release of Final Fantasy Tactics that's been released. I'm very excited. This completes my collection. Now, the first Final Fantasy Tactics, I have 100+ hours on it. I got all the secret characters, and this game is really cool because it expands upon that. There's more Final Fantasy games like Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 7 and all that, where they have secret characters hidden that you can unlock and put on your team. So that's pretty cool. It looks much better. It plays better. Well, it's built for the PSP screen, so of course it looks a little better. It's shrunken down. I don't know if you guys are into the turn-based tactic games. I am since day one, especially Final Fantasy Tactics. Once I got that one, man, I never looked back, man. I probably got pale because I was inside my room playing it so much. I absolutely love those games, and I've gone on to like Le Pulse Tactics and all that stuff, and all the crazy. The Suikoden Tactics was a really fun game too, but I love tactics games. But you can't go wrong with the, not the original, but the remake of the original, Final Fantasy Tactics, The War of the Lions. So if you guys have a working PSP and you don't have it, pick it up. It's actually pretty dang cheap. The US version is not that expensive. Alright, so next up we have Star Wars Squadrons for the PlayStation 4. Now this came out in 2020 and I've never played it. This is the first time I played it. And the best part about the newest Battlefronts were the space battles. I absolutely loved them. My son and I just play the heck out of those things, and we enjoy them thoroughly. And then when I found out that they had a game where it was pretty much all just space battles, man, I was happy as a clam at high tide. So I picked this one up. I found it relatively cheap for like 10 bucks, I think, and I've been playing the heck out of it. It is a really, really fun game. Once again, if you like the air combat simulator games like Air Combat and Ace Combat and all this stuff, and you like Star Wars, man, this is where it's at. This looks beautiful. I mean, it just looks like I'm in the cockpit. It really does. You talk about, how things get better and better, and I just don't know how these kind of games are going to look any better. I really don't. This has the VR included, and in fact, I have a VR set that I've never actually used. I may just use it for this one until I throw up all over my game room. We'll see. Yeah, if you enjoy aerial fighting games, Star Wars or not, this is a fantastic game. Looks great, handles great. The characters have good rapport with each other. I enjoy the dialogue. Give it a shot.
I couldn't hold off those ties any longer. Who are you? A defector?
Next up we have Saints Row 4 for the Xbox 360. And this is the first Saints Row I've ever played. I've seen them. I just never played them. Never had a desire to, really. And so I picked this one up because I think it was like $3. And really, really fun, really, really funny. So you start out as like this elite group of like assassin type characters, and you need to stop a nuke from being launched from a terrorist. And you end up like climbing on the nuke, and you're doing quick time events and button sequences to stop this nuke from blowing up. And it looks pretty funny. And then you become the president of the United States, and it's one of the most outlandish but fun games I've ever played. You're trying to protect the world from aliens. Hilarious, really funny. A lot of collectibles, a lot of fun things you can do. I will give you a warning though. These games are very mature. I know it says mature on the front, but they are mature. So if you're like me and I don't want my kids to hear the stuff that this game does and says, don't play it around the kids, okay? I mean, I'm a grown man. I spent 15 years in the oil fields. I understand, but I don't want my kids to hear this stuff. So be prepared. There's a lot of language, a lot of weird stuff, not weird stuff for little kids. Just keep that in mind. I have warned you. But if you haven't played any of the Saints Row, maybe start from the first. I'm trying to find the first and start from there, but number 4, not a bad place to start. All right, the second to the last game is Portal Knights for the Xbox. Now, this game is like a better version of Minecraft, okay? So you collect items, you forge, you build stuff, you build armor, you go fight. If you've played Minecraft, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but it looks much better. And according to my kids, it is way better. They absolutely love this. As soon as I got this, I haven't played it for 5 seconds. All the footage you see were my kids playing it. They love this game and will not put it down. Minecraft was a thing of the past. My only gripe with this game is I got the Gold Throne Edition, which is like a really good edition, and I still have so many characters and classes that are locked behind paywalls that I have to buy, and that's irritating. Like, you get the really good version and it's still the most absolute basic character creation and design, which not a big thing. You can wear armor and cover yourself up, but that just annoys me. I shouldn't be surprised with Xbox, but anyway, this is a fun game. If you enjoy Minecraft, which I've never actually played Minecraft, I know what it's about, I've just never played it, but I look forward to playing Portal Knights with my kids. This looks very fun. Give it a shot too. If you think the footage looks good, if you like this kind of thing, it's probably right up your alley. All right, now the last game on our list is Ark Survival Evolved for the Xbox. I played this game about 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, and it was on free, one of the passes, PlayStation or Xbox, I can't remember. I didn't really dig it that much. I wasn't into this kind of thing yet. And then something got an itch. I don't know if it was Portal Knight or whatnot, but I was like, man, I want to play that game again. So I found it in the wild, and I love it. This game is so frustrating though. When you first start out, you start on the beach, and you got to immediately start taking care of yourself, because this game is a very resource management. You can starve, you can drown, you can run out of water, you can be dehydrated, all this other stuff. You can freeze, you can blah, blah, blah. So you have to figure all this stuff out. The most frustrating part though is you're like a level 2, level 3 with like a stone axe, trying to cut a tree down, and some level 36 dinosaur will just come up behind you and kill you just because you're at the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, when you start back over, you can actually find the stuff that you lost and you can reclaim it. But once you get to a point, it's a very steep learning curve, and the game doesn't teach you anything. You have to figure it out. Once you figure it out though, and you get good, it starts coming really fast. You start building shelters, you start getting better clothes, better weapons, all that good stuff. You can start fending off the dinosaurs, or even just learning how to avoid them completely. It is a really enjoyable game. I'm not going to say super fun, because it's not super fun yet for me. I'm still constantly stressed about what am I missing, what am I not doing, and what's going to kill me. But I figured a couple more hours with this game and I'll have it down and I'll be good to go. I'm still trying to tame my first dinosaur, which will get me flying to other places. You can tame dinosaurs in this game. It's really cool, and use them as mounts to fight, to fly, all this cool stuff. If you've never taken a chance to play Ark, give it a shot. I wouldn't play the new Razzle Dazzle one that came out recently, because I heard it's not that great. But the newer version on the Xbox One, that's a perfect place to start. This is like grown-up Minecraft. If that sounds cool, jump on it, man. Do it. You're going to enjoy it. Once you get past the frustrations, it gets really good. All right, so there's my list of 11 games that I've picked up in the last month and a half. What do you guys think? Any of these games your favorites? Have you played any or all of these games? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think. As always, take some time this week to play a game. Doesn't have to be any of these 11, but why not? Some of them are fun. Play Ark with me. Play Squadron with me. As always, be good people. Be good to those around you, and keep on gaming.